on our series on the Caterpillar 20, we mentioned an Expo 20, which was the very first 20 manufactured, and it was used to promote the new model across the country at various expos and such. And we just so happened to run into Matt Veerkamp at a show, and he's the current owner, he and his family, of the Expo 20. So tell us a little bit about when you found the 20, because nobody knew at first what it was, right?
Nobody knew about it, that's correct.
Yeah.
I was out in near Woodland, California, looking for parts for a Best 60, and the owner said, hey, do you want to check out this tractor?
Yeah.
I said, it's a 20, do you want a 20? I said, I don't need another 20, but yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
So he takes me to it, and I couldn't believe it. It was, it wasn't like anything I'd seen, but it had been painted yellow, and they had been using it, in the past. It was wore out. So we made a deal on it, took it home, and it took a few months. I worked with Caterpillar Archives in Peoria, and they helped me out. They said, yeah, you got the EXP 0000L. It's the first 20 made. So Caterpillar Corporate identified this tractor as being the Expo.
So when you were scratching around the machine trying to find the serial number, you came across XPO, and you're like,
yep.
Wait a minute, what do I have here?
Yep, yeah, it was that, and we started peeling off paint, and there was brass and nickel finishes everywhere. And why would there be brass and nickel finishes on this thing?
Yeah.
And we scraped some more, and there was white paint.
Yeah.
So everything that's on the Expo 20 is original. We just redid it.
Yeah, revived it. Huh?
Yeah, a lot of people ask, why did you do brass? Why did you do nickel? And that's the way it came.
Yeah.
Caterpillar used it that way and promoted the sale of the 20.
Yeah.
And made it look good.
Yeah, well, and we'll show a lot of pictures of it, but it is an A1 restoration, or preservation, we'd rather say, of what the Expo 20 was and currently is. So this tractor being so special, being the #1 basically, you've had it in all kinds of Caterpillar demonstrations. Did you send it overseas during an event?
We did not send it overseas.
Okay.
We sent other ones overseas, and the reason Caterpillar Corporate said they did not want to let it go out of the country.
Okay.
Cat Corporate made that decision. We will not take it out of the country.
Okay.
So I thought, well, it's a little more special than I thought.
Yeah, oh yeah. It was in the visitor center for what, a year?
A year.
A year up there, and it's made all kinds of debuts at various shows that Matt and his family go to, and you usually take it to Santa Margarita.
Yep.
And is it Tulare that you go to, or?
It hasn't been a Tulare in a couple of years, but we usually go to that. We're going to go to Brooks, Oregon next year to the National. We'll take it there.
Yeah.
It's been to Con Expo as a centerpiece for Cat Corporate.
Right.
For at the Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
It's been there for events. It's a very special tractor.
Yeah, it was the star of Caterpillar's recent video for the centennial year of Night at the Museum, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, was that you driving
That was
it?
me driving it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Caterpillar took care of us, and Sean and I and Brandon went down there, and we got to drive them.
Now tell us about, I can't remember which show it was, but you had an Expo, I believe it was 10, 15, and 20, is that right?
So we got lucky enough. I have the Expo 10, the Expo 15, and the Expo 20.
Yeah.
The 20 is obviously the most special because it's the first Caterpillar, because the 10 and the 15 came after the 20s.
Right.
So they are the experimental first ones of those models as well. They just don't carry that kind of weight.
Yeah. Now the 10 came out of a museum, or?
The 10 had never been used. It was only a showpiece, and that came from the Heydrich Museum.
Right.
Yep. And the 15 I found on Craigslist.
Yeah.
And it was, wore out and junk.
Yeah.
Broken axles, everything.
Another one that you got at home, didn't realize what it was?
No, I figured it out pretty quick when I went to look at it, because I saw pictures. The sprockets were different, all these little parts were different. I thought, something's goofy,
Yeah.
And it didn't have, didn't say 15, it didn't say Caterpillar.
Yeah.
So we started messing around, and sure enough, EXP.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
now, was the 10, 15, and 20 really the only ones they did expos of?
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a 15 until I found it.
Yeah.
And then same thing, I talked to Caterpillar Corporate, and they said, oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they use that in the books. If you look at the 15 and 10 manuals that they used to give out with the tractors, it's the same tractor.
Oh wow.
They penciled in 10 and penciled in 15.
Oh, okay.
On the radiator.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's that tractor though.
Yeah, and they have that much in common, they can get away with that.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about the restoration. Was that a year project, or?
No, it went pretty quick, and it went really quick. Because we wanted it to be done for the 2008 Woodland Show, best show on tracks.
Yeah.
So we rushed it to the shop, and probably went a little too fast, because we've had mechanical stuff since then we had to go back and fix.
Yeah, well, that happens. You work well under pressure, so
Yeah.
sometimes you kind of. Well, we'll get back to that.
It was probably a 4-month deal.
Yeah.
Start to finish, and but it's been a work in progress.
Yeah.
And a lot of people say, man, I can't believe you guys drive it. I can't believe you run it.
Yeah.
Sean Stover broke it in with a plow behind it.
Yeah.
With it's a tractor. It's made to be run.
Yeah, that's right.
Everything we have is we're runners.
Yeah.
So we hooked up to a plow, and he put it in third gear, and just let it blow, and then it runs perfect.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. Well, while I have here, I want to ask you a few questions about probably the most unique find that you've ever come across, and that was the best 25.
Yep, best 25.
Now, we know Matt is a special guy, and he has a real passion for Caterpillar, but nobody, I don't think, has ever gone to the length and effort that he has. He had to use a helicopter to rescue this tractor that was in a national forest, right? Or park?
It was a park, yeah. It was a nature preserve.
Nature preserve.
Nature preserve down in Simi Valley.
Yeah.
Just a stone's throw from Justin Bieber and all their houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
so
pretty
you
close.
were looking online and saw a guy post a picture that had been hiking and.
Yep, posted a picture, and I saw it, and I'm like, I know what that is.
Yeah.
That's a very rare tractor, and we don't have one, So I just went to work.
Yeah.
Who has this property? How do you find it? My wife actually pinned it on Google Earth.
Yeah.
There was no location, nothing, but she lined up the mountains and nailed it. And then from there, I was able to go to work.
Yeah.
So that took a few months dealing with their lawyers and getting everything signed.
Right.
And to them, it was a rusting piece of junk.
Yeah. You were doing them a favor.
Yeah, polluting the earth.
Yeah.
So I made a small donation for park benches and was able to get it out of there.
Yeah.
It was a cool trip.
Yeah. There's a video about that, and Matt and Sean, who we were speaking of earlier, they had to hike up into there with their tools. You had what, 60 pounds?
60 pounds. Each one of us had 60 pounds. We even had oxygen acetylene with us, just to make sure. And
they had to dismantle the tractor to make it light enough for the helicopter to Huey to bring it down the mountain. But all that work and effort in 5 minutes is sitting on the trailer, right?
Literally 5 minutes of airtime. It was the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And it was all over, and we're like, what do we do now?
Yeah.
So, that was the coolest thing.
And but they restored that and put it in its working clothes. And I think you broke it in dragging a telehandler, wasn't it?
We initially with telehandler, just trying to get the rings to set, and then we went discing.
Yeah.
Yep. Hooked up a disc at the vineyard and just pulled it.
Yeah, that's a cool little tractor, and just a one-of-a-kind story about nobody really knows how it ended up there. Were they using it as a power unit?
It was a power unit, yes. Yep, it had a PTO off the back, and it had just been left.
Yeah.
And the roads had washed away since when they had the mine going.
Yeah.
So that's why we had to airlift it. There was no roads.
Yeah. So it may have been bought new and took straight there and never left that spot, probably. So.
Quite possibly, yeah. The tracks and the undercarriage was in great shape.
Yeah.
All the running gear was in great shape. When we took it apart, the motor was just, it was worked.
Yeah.
And it was missing a lot of pieces. That was a real restoration down to the bottom. Start over, make new pieces, make new parts. We had to, make a manifold.
Yeah.
So that was.
And it's not like you had another one there to copy.
We did not have another one.
Yeah. But it's an awesome restoration. And Matt and his whole family and friends, they just really are Caterpillar enthusiasts. You probably have, every model up to D9?
We got D9s.
Yeah, got D9.
We run a construction company, so we do have D9s. We had a D10, just sold it.
Yeah.
But we run Caterpillar equipment nonstop, and that's our business.
Yeah, that's right. And he's got his boys that are growing up in it too, so they're going to carry on the family tradition, because not only you and your dad, but your granddad also was into Caterpillars, farming and grading and stuff?
Yes, well, one side, my grandfather was a farmer. He had D2s, and he ran that. And my other side, my dad's side, he was a mechanic.
Oh, okay.
And he ran scrapers and worked on scrapers.
Yeah.
And, he built dams. So, Caterpillar runs deep in the whole family.
And your uncle was a big collector too, right? Ed?
My dad's uncle, cousin.
Okay,
Yep. He's
Ed Aiken, for those longtime Caterpillar enthusiasts, knew Ed. Had a wonderful collection. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, but he had a passion just like the Veerkamps. So we appreciate you taking time speaking with us today. Always good to see you and your family. And hate your dad's not here.
I know.
He missed a great show. So
he did.
Next time we'll get him out here, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time, and I hope you enjoyed this segment on our Caterpillar Model 20 series.